Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Today I'm going to make some stuffing bread. I'm going to try to get you guys in here. And because I'm making, we processed a big tom maybe a couple months ago. And he's like 45 pounds. So I have my in-laws coming down to help us eat this turkey. And then we're going to can that up and make broth next week together. But I thought I'd bring you along for the for this bread. Especially if you have this particular mixer, you know you can't go over the 5 cups and all that stuff. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I prefer to actually hand knead, but when you have arthritis in your hands, you need one of these big babies to help you along. So in my bowl, I have 2.5 cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons of yeast. I just buy the bulk yeast at Costco. I don't know if it's fast or not. I can't even remember. I have like four blocks of it in my freezer. And then I have 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I just juiced it up here. I have to let my cat in. Hang on. Come on, Chad. Come on. Hurry up. Come on. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So now we're going to start adding flour. The biggest thing with making bread is that your flour intake will change day to day. I don't care what recipe you look at. If it says 5 cups of flour, you can't guarantee, because one day it could be 4, one day it could be 7. Middle of the winter, I'm using way more flour than I am in the summer. So it really depends. It depends on the humidity in the house. It depends how hot your house is. It just has so many variables. So I don't even count my flour. I do it until the texture looks right. So I'm just gonna put a couple cups to start in my mixer so I can get my, actually I'll go 3. And I will make my mixer go as long as I can here. And then into that, I'm going to add, because we're making stuffing bread, right? My mom passed away, guys. She had so much poultry seasoning in her house. It was insane. I think she had like 5 on the go. It was just nuts. So I'm going to try to use it up, because I don't really use a lot of poultry seasoning. I'm more of a sage person. And 1 teaspoon of sage. This makes a lot of bread, guys. So, and some rosemary. I'm just gonna, excuse me, eyeball that. Maybe a teaspoon, because rosemary gets really strong. And a little bit of parsley, just because I can. Now here comes the good stuff. Here comes some garlic. It'll be about a teaspoon. Garlic will also deflate your yeast, just so you know. So you gotta be careful with that. Now ginger. I do have some fresh ginger, but I'm saving that for the turkey broth. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon. What ginger does is, if stuffing happens to back up on you, like heartburn or anything like that, add half a teaspoon of ginger to your stuffing and that won't happen. Now, turmeric. I am going to add just one teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, the reason for that is turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. And some pepper. And then salt. Make sure you never touch your yeast with salt as well. Okay. Use the other hand here. And we're going to do 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay. Now this is nowhere near enough flour. Nowhere near. I am going to let it start working for me, and then I love kneading bread. It's like one of my favorite things to do. And this kind of cleaned up here, a little like that. Okay, so now I can start adding a little more flour. Hope you guys can see that. I start my cheese bread like this too. I just don't add, obviously, poultry seasoning and sage into it. Such an amazing smell. And I'm gonna add, now that it's started, 2 tablespoons of olive oil because it's so good for you. Can't wait to do my my pig and get render down some fresh lard. Run them all out. So, like I said, this will never, in this machine, I will never finish this dough. So what I'll do in a few minutes here, when this starts to kind of pull away from the sides here a little bit, I'll pull it out. I'll knead it for, I don't know, 7 minutes. I'll knead it until I think it's ready. And then I'm making another batch. I'm gonna surprise. My husband loves garlic cheese bread, so I'm gonna make that today. We're having chicken. No, we're not having chicken parm today. We're having chicken parm tomorrow, so I'll be making that tomorrow. I am one day ahead of myself today. Actually, all week. And add a little more flour. I think this is a skill everybody should know. Because if something happens, like, I'm going to use this as an example. We were snowed in here for a week. And we couldn't get out. We had so much snow. And the last thing I want to do is risk my life to get to the grocery store to buy some bread. Like, that would just be ridiculous. That's why I always have powdered milk on hand. I always have flour. I always have everything I need to do something like that, because when you live in the snow belt, and we're moving further north in a few months, and I will make sure I have very large quantities, like 50-pound bags of stuff. 50-pound bags of flour are really hard to come by around here, but we do have a mill I can go to get it, so I think I can push out. I totally voided my warranty on this machine a long time ago. You can hear it clicking. But you know what? It's a KitchenAid. It's built to work. It's not built to sit on the counter and look pretty. I know people that have had them for 20 years. Alright. I am not going to push that anymore. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to move everything. And, yeah, we'll get this done. Alright, guys. We are back. Alright. So what I did was I just put some flour down on my board, or on my counter. And I put some flour on my hook. Should have floured my hands, but I forgot. Meh. It'll all come off as I'm kneading. I'm not worried about it. And then just grab the bread dough. And once I fill my propane tank, I'll show you guys how I do this on the barbecue. Our summer has been weird. Normally, we have the AC going. I think we used it for like an entire week. That's it. I'm so okay with that. My hydro bill likes me, and I don't mind the heat anyways. It's actually the humidity that really drives my body crazy, but you know, I live in Canada. It's not like, I mean, I hate snow, but I'm still here. Alright, so kind of like the biscuits, but with a little more vigor. Okay, pretty color. That's that turmeric in there. I mean, I think homemade bread is so much healthier. I mean, you know what goes into it. You know your family is eating really healthy food, and you just need it, and you just move all that good stuff around that's in there. It's all in the palm here, and you just keep going. And you just keep going. See how it's still white? So I'm not going to add any more flour until that's gone, because I have tons on the counter. So soothing and relaxing. I just love making bread. I actually priced bread the other day. I'm making French toast and stuff. Making French toast with homemade bread, unless it's like 10 days stale or something, it might work. I've never had it successful, but I'm gonna add some more flour to my counter now, guys. Anyways, here it was $4.49 a loaf. I was like, do you know how many loaves of bread I can make for $4.49? It's insane. Well, we don't normally buy bread, so I mean, for us it's a big deal for us to have sliced bread in the house, because that's just different. Like, I make all our own English muffins, and bagels are about the only thing I won't do. They are so time consuming, and I can get them fresh out of the bakery where we live, and they're fantastic. It's like $2 and something for 6 of them. It's not even, I mean, I always look at the cost and the time that it's going to take. Let me know if you guys make your own breads. I used to make them in bulk, like in the winter time, if I've got a really slow day, I might make the dough and then just pop it in the freezer. See how I'm starting to stick now? It's time to add more flour. A little bit at a time, because there's no measurement. The other day when I made bread, it took, I mean, I actually kind of paid attention. It took like 5.5 cups of flour. A little more. The only reason I knew that was because I had put that much in my container out of my big bag of flour. I personally don't know what I'd do if I couldn't eat bread. I would starve for breakfast, I'll tell you. I'll eat that stuff in the car on the way to the barn, or, you know. Raised in a house that ate bread, like almost every meal. So, and my husband grew up in a house that never ate bread. So, for him, like, homemade bread is no big deal. Bread in general. He's got like 2 or 3 that he likes, but that's about it. So, see how this is still curling? It's not kneaded enough yet. And it's still tacky. And it's still it's sliming on the, it's still very, very sticky. So we're gonna slow down on the flour a little bit, because it's almost there. And once you do this 3 or 4 times, you seriously just get a handle on how much you need to add, and because you can always add more flour to it. You can't take it away. So if you make it too dry, then you're gonna have a really crappy loaf of bread or a hockey puck. So, I mean, I've had many hockey pucks in my day. Oh, it's still a little tacky, so I'm just going to use what I got on my counter here. Just keep rolling it around in a big circle. See how my hands are going clean now? Piece of rosemary sticking out. It was hurting my finger. Alright, it's done. I just want to knead in the last little bit here. It's such a cool color when you put the turmeric in it. So it is still a little tacky, but I got to rise it, right? So you could add a little more flour, but this is the way I like it. So there you go. So I got a bowl over here. Right here. I'm going to put some olive oil in it. Check out that bread. This will make 2 large loaves, okay? But I want quite a bit of stuffing, so that's why I'm sticking with this recipe. And now I'm going to put a clean tea towel over it, and I'm going to pop it in my oven with the light on. I've actually already got the light on. And this will take about, I don't know, an hour. It's not hot outside today, so that's why it's going to go in the oven. Keep it protected, and I will see you guys back in about an hour. Alright, sorry about that. New tripod. Alright. All a work in progress around here. So, I got that out pretty good. I'm going to go as long as my back will allow me today. Tuck it up. Okay. Get your finger in there. Turn it around. Get your finger in there. Tuck it up. You can hear my son rolling around up there. Alright. Yesterday was kind of scary. I had stopped cooking for the day, and I was sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden I heard 2 gunshots. And I was like, I have a turkey that we've almost had shot a couple times because she looks so like a wild turkey. So that was kind of scary. We thought she got shot. But dairy farm a few houses down. Had to shoot a cow. So there it is, guys. So I'm going to pop that in the oven at 350. I go for, you know what, I'm not going to turn the oven on yet. What am I doing? I'm just going to cover this, let it rise again, and then I'll bring you back when it's all risen. Alright guys, there's the bread, roast for about 20 minutes. I'm going to pop this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. I'll watch it because the cast iron cooks a little bit faster. Alright. And then I'll bring you back when I bring it out of the oven. Alright guys, there's the bread. It's about 25 minutes. If it's hollow, you know you're good. So what I'll do after this cools is I'll cut it up into small bite-sized pieces. Then I'm going to put it back in the oven. Let it toast up, but that might have to wait. My back's getting really bad right now. There's the bottom. Now I could let this go a little bit longer, but like it's just stuffing, so I'm not too overly worried about it. Alright guys, well, I sure hope you like what you're seeing here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.